10 completely different apocalypses. The shelter will have to be constantly upgraded, I have to fight monsters and collect resources. I will have 5 attempts for all of this, and if I fail, my team will receive $500. We only have 1 day to prepare, guys. So far, this world, as you can see, is completely green and beautiful. But tomorrow, this map will be engulfed by the first apocalypse, and I don't even know which one yet, so let's just get some wood first. All this was prepared by my team, starting from the map, location, and the events that will take place here. The conditions under which we'll win are quite simple. Survive all 10 apocalypses, never die, because with the first death, survival will immediately end. And the most important thing is to preserve the bunker, because it can keep me safe. The apocalypse that will come tomorrow could be anything. It could be a nuclear apocalypse, it could be a tsunami, like anything. So we have to collect as many resources as possible, so that they simply don't disappear tomorrow. So we got the wood, let's go loot the ruins. The entire map on which we have to survive is dotted with different dungeons. A distinctive feature of this video is that they're all divided into 3 different levels. This is the first level, guys. Simple ruins, no monsters, and the loot here is also pretty simple. But the most important thing, guys, is I forgot to show you our bunker. So this is what it looks like, and yes, so far it looks pretty simple. And wait, it even has a hole in there. What? Is there anyone here? So I say we put our crafting table here, and look, we have 2 boxes here. A crossbow, okay, wait, looks pretty good. First aid kit, apples, and coal. Okay, pretty good. And there's a note here, let's read it. This bunker goes to you, Zeman. Of course, it's all rusty, but at least it's something. Also, guys, in the bunker we have this electric box. By clicking on it, a menu opens up, where the condition of the bunker is shown. And by the way, we can repair it. Also, I can get various different upgrades that we can buy for the bunker in order to fight these different apocalypses. The currency for which you can repair and improve the bunker is called scrap, or in simple terms, scrap metal. It'll be possible to find it in different locations, and also to process any garbage and special recyclers that will spawn randomly in the amount of 3 or 4 pieces on the map. Well, I finished the introduction, now let's actually collect resources. First of all, I was going to get quite a lot of wood, stock up well on wheat seeds, and loot a couple of ruins. Because while there were no different monsters on the map, this could have been done easier. Pretty nice ruins, let's take the loot. And we have some other ruins, but I don't see the box. Oh, I see. So, okay, pretty cool, okay, what? Okay, well, the loot is decent, why not? Nobody knows what monsters will appear here or other phenomena, so we'll collect barbed wire and try to protect our bunker as much as possible with it. But time is running out, guys. That's it, guys, I'm gonna put up the barbed wire now and lock myself in my bunker. So let's do something like this. I don't know any super smart protection, so that no one could get to us for sure. Well, I think, guys, this flower will definitely save us and no one will pass through it. Okay, guys, let's wait for tomorrow and our first apocalypse. And the first one was the Electro Apocalypse. Electric poles appeared all over the map and were located in puddles. It was impossible to survive by stepping. In addition, mega lightning and super dangerous electric monsters have appeared all around the map. So guys, some kind of monster is already coming at me. The tree in the background has fallen. Wait, what are these worms? What is this? What kind of dinosaur is that? There's some pillars lying everywhere with electricity. Oh my god. But the monsters were not the main problem, but those mega lightning bolts. From time to time, they hit directly into the bunker, and its strength really deteriorated. So guys, I managed to escape from these monsters. It turns out this is an electro apocalypse. So I found the gun, and this monster's running at me again. Well, look, the electro apocalypse is not the most difficult thing we could get. Actually, a nuclear apocalypse or a tsunami would be much worse. And I think... Okay, I take my words back. I'm no longer sure of anything. It turns out that during this apocalypse, you absolutely cannot carry iron objects with you. Otherwise, lightning will constantly strike you. I have 2 HP, this is just insane. And it turns out we can't even get iron either. Absolutely all over the map, these fallen pillars are scattered. And what's the most interesting thing? If you throw an object at them, look at what happens. Oh my god, this sound is just terrible. We better not come close to these things because unlike the object, I think they're just gonna roast us. Returning to my bunker, I discovered that it was possible to buy a lightning rod. But for this, you need a huge amount of scrap. So there was nothing to do but try and get it. Another ruins, guys. Now I'm just gonna loot them very carefully. In general, as you understand, with every minute of this apocalypse, these mobs will spawn more and more. Therefore, we also need to hurry up in our development. It's absolutely impossible to sit still. I'm already silent about the fact that other apocalypses will also come soon. And these monsters, I prefer to just simply avoid. Actually, there's a huge number of cool locations on this map. Various scientific bases, laboratories, factories, but without normal armor, I decided to simply bypass these places. So far, my favorite places have been abandoned ruins. 2 spider eyes? Well, just great loot. It'll come in very handy. But here there's this strange lever. Well, guys, let's try to press it. So, wait, I heard pistons somewhere. Something somewhere opened up. Oh, wait, that's an M5! Just great, guys, this is just perfect. But of course, I would like to find more medkits, because as you can see, HP is not restored just like that. Maybe I'll take the lever with us. Maybe it'll come in handy. I collected a full inventory of resources and I had to return home. Having thrown all my stuff into boxes and getting ready to go back to exploring, I was greeted by just a huge horde.
You can do this. You can do this.
Of monsters. So goodbye. Alright guys, bye. I'll talk to you later. So Simon was locked in the bunker for 100 days. But I'm not a sucker. We're digging an extra additional passage. It's precisely for moments like these I have wood that I try to get really hard. We're making a ladder like this and I think that's enough for us. So well guys, you get what you deserve. Okay guys, I've used up all my ammo and the only thing I did was outwit the monsters and opened up the main exit. I'm not sure about that one though. Then I realized that getting out of the bunker would be quite problematic. I had to modernize it and first of all make a fence for it. I went out just to mine tons of cobblestone. Well guys, it turned out to be way more difficult than I thought. There's lightning, wind, a hurricane, some strange monsters outside, and this is the first apocalypse out of 10. Meanwhile, the electro-apocalypse continued to happen on the street. The number of pillars with puddles increased, lightning struck even other buildings, which indicated that the apocalypse was going to become even stronger. I knew that barbed wire would be really important. I came up with a very cool way to destroy the monsters. Stand under the barbed wire and the monsters just stumble upon it. Guys, I'm just a legend when it comes to inventing battles with monsters. There's nothing to be said here. And by the way, this one seems harmless. I think he just turned into a cutlet. Well guys, I'm really sloppy because I only have 1 heart left. Now we'll quickly put this whole thing up here. At least the monsters won't come from this side. What about this mountain? Sorry, Dumpling, I'm gonna have to demolish it. I decided to take the protection of my bunker quite seriously. And even if at first it won't look as beautiful, it's really practical and it will at least allow us to get out. I spent the entire next night clearing the area around my bunker. The next day, the spawning of monsters intensified. And there were 3 times more lightning strikes. But this didn't scare me much. I decided to decorate my walls and go on a small mission to go get barbed wire. Guys, I feel like this will be a really difficult video. Think about it, only the first apocalypse, and there's already lightning strikes everywhere, all sorts of pillars are lying around, and blue monsters are spawning. But only dumplings with condensed milk can scare me. After all, I eat them with sour milk, and don't you? I only dared to loot the first level locations. These are the wooden towers, as well as the ruins that I've already talked about. To collect resources to improve the bunker, this is certainly not enough. But for collecting barbed wire, these locations are just perfect. I want to note, guys, that my team is progressing very, very seriously. First of all, please note that there's just not these some houses, but they're divided into subtypes. There's these parkour sections that turn out to be ruins. We've already gone through several of them. But then there's these mechanisms where different pistons and hidden passages extend. And then there's these puzzles that you even have to think about. So, the passage is open, guys? Oh, great! A golden apple, that's perfect. The most interesting question is how long will this electric apocalypse last? And what other difficulties will we face in connection with it? A new oddity that I noticed that day was that any mobs that fell into the water were immediately dead. Well guys, it's better for us not to step into the water. I guess otherwise we'll suffer very much and we'll have to start all over again. Look at this dumpling here. Why do you even call him Dumpling? I don't know, but I think it's pretty cool. He's just a good guy. Leave a like for the dumpling. It seems that there was no longer any options left for how the Electro Apocalypse could get worse. Until I found out that puddles began to appear all around the world. A new day has come, and this is just insane, and you'll see why. Puddles began to appear all over the map. If I step into the water, I'm done. If a monster throws me, I'm done. It's just crazy. Plus, lightning began to strike the bunker more often. It was possible to buy a lightning rod in the improvement store, but I absolutely didn't have enough metal for it. It was possible to buy improvements and repair the bunker only thanks to the extraction of metal, or rather scrap. It could be found in chests or obtained from recyclers, which randomly spawn across the entire map in around 3 or 4 pieces. Well, what do we know, guys? There's these industrial zones. This is the second level of the locations. It's more dangerous there. Firstly, we can find more monsters at these locations. It's more dangerous there, and as I understand it, you can find more tools and objects there that can be processed into this very scrap. So we'll go and search these locations. And so, in the search for these locations, something happened that completely turned the whole game around. Oh, wait, no! Guys, I think we need to start over. You can lose at any moment, and as you understand, this is exactly what happened to me. Well, I guess let's start from the beginning. Having started my second attempt, something surprised me. I found some differences in the map. Unlike my first attempt, all the dungeon locations were swapped. Only the landscape remained the same. For example, on this hill there used to be a ruin, but now there's a tower here. And this happened with absolutely all the locations. This time, I think we'll get together and not make such mistakes again. Let's go, guys. Tree, I've already seen you fall, it doesn't surprise me. But the monsters, of course, they're still pretty annoying, to be honest. Having started the game for the second time, I only had 4 attempts left. Now I understand why my team gave me 5 attempts, which I haven't done in absolutely any survival I've ever played. Nevertheless, in the second attempt, I came up with a better way to protect myself from the monsters. But it was a shame that the dumpling disappeared this time, and naturally, he wasn't here. Guys, we've survived the Electro Apocalypse. I congratulate us all on this. The sun has finally appeared in the world, and all these wires have disappeared with these electric puddles. Oh, dude, I hate them so much. But most importantly, the monsters have left us. Fortunately, just very fortunately. Now I had a whole free day to catch my breath and prepare for the next second apocalypse. There are 9 apocalypses left, guys, and only 4 attempts. Let's check the condition of our bunker. 65? We've only passed the first apocalypse and I already have 65% left. But you might ask me, why don't I fix the bunker right now? But because each repair will become more and more expensive each time, and as you understand, it's better to wait until the bunker's HP is lower and then completely repair it. After this apocalypse, I was going to take a little breath and start organizing my bunker. Namely, make a separate room with a warehouse, a separate bedroom, and just in case, I'll make an indoor farm. As you understand, if by chance the Arctic apocalypse comes, everything that we have outside will simply freeze instantly. And I can't allow this, and that's why I'm making a farm inside. Also, in order to observe what was happening outside, I decided to dig up a window like this and cover it with glass. But there was one huge mistake in all this. I assumed that there was no apocalypse in the world now, but this was absolutely not the case. At first glance, the world looked exactly the same, and after the first apocalypse, the sun came out and the world came back to life. But new blocks were already being generated all over the world. These were the blocks of a bioplant infection. For the first time, guys, I think it's pretty good, but we'll continue to improve our bunker as much as possible, both in terms of improvements that can be bought from the store and in terms of decorating and making different rooms. But in general, we'll try to organize everything as beautifully as possible. Well, yeah, the record got stuck. It happens to everyone. Now I'm gonna go to the cave because we have a lot of free space in the warehouse, and in the Electro Apocalypse we couldn't mine iron at all. So we'll take some pickaxes and go on an adventure. Most of all, friends, I'm interested in what order these apocalypses will occur. A whole lot depends on this, but for now... Wait, of course I might be hallucinating, but I think this block wasn't here before. Did the leaves appear here too? Okay, let's just take this block because I'm not sure what that is. On the block there was an icon related to radiation, and I thought that this was a hint about the next apocalypse. Oh, how wrong I was. Okay guys, we're changing the whole plan completely. I'll still get a little bit of iron, but if there's really an apocalypse tomorrow, which I think we need to get as much wood as possible, just wood. The house will began in full swing, from extracting wood to crafting shears, collecting grass, and most importantly foliage, because I assumed that tomorrow the entire map would become a wasteland. But actually, this is what happened on the next day. Guys, my eye is twitching a little bit. What is that? But actually, the opposite happened. Those blocks that spawned leaves all over the world, and the entire planet was simply completely overgrown. Guys, I couldn't even imagine that there would be such an apocalypse. Okay, I think we need to go outside and see. What is that? Oh my god. Yeah, of course, guys, if you... What kind of mummy is that? What's going on here? This is some kind of madhouse. Another plant. And they just constantly appear, these plants. And look, guys, I think we're in a plant apocalypse. Perhaps of all the apocalypses that could happen, this was not the worst option. Starting with the fact that absolutely everything in this world began to grow 100 times faster. Just a couple of minutes passed, guys, and everything in our farm grew instantly. But besides this wheat, as I understand it, foliage is starting to grow in this way in the entire world. If you haven't noticed, there will be more and more of these leaves. And what do I do with it? Let's make shears. Let's start slowly tearing out all the foliage that is located near my base. And look at this block I found, guys. I think these blocks somehow influence this foliage. Let's try to collect absolutely all the leaves here and these blocks as well. In another way, one could say that this is really a mutation of plants. And so that they at least don't expand around my bunker, I decided to collect them all. Guys, I removed most of the plants, and indeed, in all these bushes, can you imagine, there were these blocks. We'll see what happens next, of course, but that's all for now. In the bunker, it was possible to buy an upgrade that was supposed to deal with these plants, but I didn't have enough scrap for this. So, the next day, I went to the loot factory. It was a second level location. Guys, I just found myself in some kind of jungle, look. This foliage is everywhere. It's good that at least you can walk through it. Of course, I'm interested in what kind of monsters there are here, because they can crawl out of any corner. Oh, and here's the first mob, guys. Stay away from me. So I dealt with these, but guys, my HP is flying away before my eyes. I have no idea how many of you are there? That's it, guys. My ammo's already running out. I only have 17 rounds left in the MP5, and that's it. Okay, I really hope there's no one else here. Yeah, okay, of course there won't be anyone. So ammo that's not for my gun, we'll take it anyway. And what is this? It says Zeman on it. There's some kind of menu here, and here's a switch. You can click on these things all around the world to find out some more information or open some kind of menu. This is a recycler. It can break down various garbage that you find around the world and turn it into scrap metal, which can be used to upgrade the bunker. Okay, guys, that's good. And look at this thing. My nickname is also written here. So we have 2 pipes of some kind. Let's try this out. Oh, look, 2 scrap. Finding a recycler was a super positive thing. Scrap mining should now go faster. It's morning, and you can't even imagine what I saw on the new day. Guys, look at what our world has become. Yeah, I'm in shock myself. How can I even survive here? Oh, it's just... stay over there. Guys, I've fallen somewhere. I can't see anything. And just look here. Everything is just overgrown with leaves. As you can imagine, there was no way to remove this foliage with shears, and the only thing I had in my arsenal was bunker upgrades. So look, we might have exactly what we need. Destroys all infected foliage. We need that, yeah. As soon as I acquired this improvement, the world immediately lagged out, and literally within a minute, all the infected foliage in the world...
Bro, the level just started, and we're already getting overrun? I gotta take these guys out and build this crossbow tower as fast as possible. I don't even think I have a choice. Quickly. Ooh, that was close, but that should take care of things. Wait, never mind, more guys. I should have saw that coming. Anyway, we can't handle this without a second crossbow tower and maybe a wall to block the enemy's path too. That should hold us. Wait, now we have these big beefers coming? When does it end? This is Kingshot, a tower defense and base building strategy game that just came out recently and is already top 5 in strategy games with over 1 million downloads. Kingshot combines strategy, exploration, resource management, PvP and PvE battles, plus a whole lot more. I suggest you give it a try, if you think you have a shot at becoming a king, that is.
Completely disappeared. Guys, the second apocalypse wasn't difficult as the first, but we still managed to cope with it. New day. 3 volcanoes appeared on the map in random places, and they immediately began to erupt. Oh my god, guys, what is that? Is that a volcano? It's a volcanic apocalypse! Oh my god! guys, just look at that! Some kind of hell spiders and pieces of magma. This is probably the most... What? A volcanic pig? Let's call him Igor. I think it suits him. Spiders already coming at me. The spiders are coming. Guys, this apocalypse is already severe. It's not like those harmless plants. I'm telling you, this is very serious. In this apocalypse, the number of monsters and volcanoes will increase. And most importantly, at the top of each volcano, there's a super chest with a huge amount of scrap. But actually, I decided to take my time first. Firstly, to observe the volcanoes and how they scatter magma, and secondly, to slightly protect our base. Yeah guys, as you understand, the monsters in this world are now very dangerous. I believe that we should watch a little about what is happening and not run straight at these volcanoes. So I decided to improve our fence a little bit, because so far it looks like benches in a stadium. Now we should really modernize it all a little bit and make it look at least decent. And most importantly, I don't want any monsters to get to here. And look, we also have an improvement. It's called the Volcanic Shield Bunker. Resistance to lava, fire, and meteorite impacts. How much? A stack of scrap? Where can even find that much? What? Having improved my base a little bit, as well as the entrance to the bunker, I decided to go in search of scrap. Right now, guys, I'm gonna climb to the very top of one of these volcanoes, because there must be so much scrap metal there. Oh my god, why are there so many monsters here? Magma is flying everywhere. So, chest, come on, that's it. Oh, we have 24 scraps. Awesome! I looted one of the 3 volcanoes. If 3 more volcanoes hadn't suddenly appeared around the world. And what is this? What kind of abyss is that? Okay, we urgently need to save up for an upgrade, otherwise everything will be lost. What was added to everything was that magma sometimes began to fly directly into the bunker, which began to greatly affect its condition. The strength of the bunker is 36%? What? I didn't have enough to improve, even repair my own bunker. The only thing I came up with was to make a small roof right above the bunker. This should help withstand at least one fall. Well guys, as you can see, I'm going to the next volcano. We have to collect as much scrap as possible, otherwise we're just screwed. Okay, that's it, 14 scraps. Okay, let's take it and go down, come on. Maybe guys, it would have been more rational to simply collect the garbage and go to the recycler, but I think I don't have that much time, so we're gonna go to the 3rd volcano. The 3rd volcano contained the most scrap, and I had enough to buy an upgrade. That's it, we're saved from this apocalypse for sure. In the coming days, the volcanoes continued to spawn, but my bunker was safe, and magma no longer fell there. I managed to loot a couple of the remaining volcanoes, when at one moment they all suddenly went out. Oh my god guys, that's it. There's a new message in the chat. The volcanic apocalypse is over. Thank god guys, just thank god. And you know what makes me happy? I hope I'm not mistaken, but for now it's quiet. Maybe between the 4th apocalypse we'll have a short pause. I'm actually a little disoriented, because after every apocalypse all these buildings change. Before there were tanks here, but now it's some kind of sawmill. Oh wait, attention, urgent news from the Zimatio company. Cold weather is coming soon. The Arctic apocalypse is waiting for us guys. So I don't really like it because I'm a little unprepared for it. After looting a couple of ruins, I returned back to the bunker. Imagine my surprise when I saw that the upgrade for the Arctic apocalypse is not that expensive. Let's get it guys. The apocalypse hasn't even begun yet and we already secured our bunker. On the next day, the entire map was covered with a huge layer of snow. New Arctic monsters have appeared, and all the dungeons respawned again in different places. Here it is, the New Year's atmosphere is right here. Well, what can I say? First of all, as you can see, I'm wearing leather clothes, and this is for a reason. This is so that I don't take damage from the cold. And secondly, I took furnaces, coal, and wood. This is in order not to freeze, because the cold will still hit us. And you're probably asking, how do I know how all of this works? Well, right now on your screen, you have all the survival in the cold that happened lately on my channel. And believe me, I know how my team operates. Look, for example, I'm taking off my armor, and look, right away it starts hitting me. Wait, 4 HP left. And you didn't believe me, so... And wait, what is that? Well, I didn't invite you. Guys, this is some kind of horror. Look at what's jumping at me. Wait, stop, stay away. Wait a minute, 1.5 HP, I have 1.5 HP. I don't have first aid kits left. Wait, guys, something terrible is happening. Let's quickly go up here. Of course, I decided to get out there as soon as possible before the other monsters caught up with me. Today, I had an amazing plan. You and I had already explored the 1st and 2nd levels of different dungeons and locations, and the 3rd and very last level remained. These were scientific locations. There were always always a lot of monsters and the coolest loot. Today, I'm gonna try and find such a location. After all, I've seen them before, but never entered them. Well, now the main thing is to protect myself, because I only have half an HP left. In general, guys, I have an awesome idea. We've already looted the first and second levels of dungeons, but we haven't looted the third level of locations yet. And today, I'm going to find one. There are a lot of monsters in this survival game, but not so much ammo. And look, here it is! If only these dancers didn't bother me. Well, look at him, it's just cruel. Where did he go? I really hope that there will be a lot of first aid kits here. Otherwise, guys, it's better to just return home, because now it's super risky for me. Just imagine if by accident I'll just fall onto this block, and that's it. For me, survival will completely end and I'll have to start all over again. As you understand, I don't really want to do that. There were a huge number of monsters on the top floor, and they almost killed me, leaving me with half a heart. Okay, guys, I'm safe. Let's take a look around now. I now understand why these locations are level 3. Alright guys, we healed up normally. Wait, I forgot my blaster. Well, now that I have so much HP, we can safely go down. Oh, wait! Come on! That's a tough monster! Come on! Oh, that's it, nice! With this gun, it's not so scary. And the loot here is simply amazing, guys, as well as the monsters. Okay, that's it, that's a different matter. It's just that events have developed. Oh, a scar, yes! And again, I got some items to recycle in the recycler. Yeah, recycle in a recycler. There's not much vocabulary here. So guys, these monsters that run from side to side, they're actually quite scary. I've already encountered them in one survival, but we have a scar, and in principle with a scar, it's done quite easily. Next to this third dungeon, there was another pyramid, where I dealt with a couple of monsters and also found pretty cool loot. We found 18 scraps at this location, guys, and 3 new guns. That's it, let's go home. Our first day was quite successful. In the following days in our Arctic apocalypse, I managed to at least loot one more level 3 dungeon. I also walked through the ruins and collected a lot of garbage. And then I went to the recycler where I was able to get a lot of scrap. Guys, I think this is generally the first apocalypse in this video where everything is more or less going good for us. And of course, on the first day I was almost destroyed. I just had a half HP. But nevertheless, in the next few days, everything is going as butter. Next, a huge boss called Ice Moss spawned in this world, and I was even lucky enough to meet it. What is this? Be careful, guys! But still, I figured it out. I think that we passed this apocalypse 10 out of 10. On the next day, all the snow disappeared, and with it, the Arctic apocalypse. But you'll definitely like the next apocalypse, because zombies began to appear all over the world. Look, guys, they're coming at me from both sides! Well, it's the zombie apocalypse now, and this, of course, is gonna be pretty difficult, because there can be a lot of these zombies. And if you want to see how smart these zombies are, then look at how they're trying to get to me. There'll be many new things in this apocalypse, and one of those I didn't expect at all. It was a secret hatch that appeared inside my base. It's a door, what? Where did this hatch come from? Good morning, everyone. I can already see someone's feet. Well, what can we do, guys? Let's go. You guys might be able to reach me in another life because I'm invincible. Having gone down into some kind of sewer, the first thing I did was deal with the zombies. And then I began to look around and found several passages that were closed by some kind of magic. Siemens team presents sewer. Okay, it's clear that nothing is clear. How I got here, guys, I don't know, but I see several different protective barriers with different colors. And by the way, maybe we can somehow open these doors. I think with the help of these levers. So I heard some kind of sound. I had this feeling that we most likely need to find something like this. I don't know, an electric door? Just so that there's a purple block here or something. Okay, it's open here. Look, let's try to go in there. I can already hear the zombies. They're wearing some kind of armor and they're still spawning. Come on, wait, 2.5 HP. 1.5 HP, come on, 2 HP. Some spiders are still falling onto me here. Okay, guys, we need to eat the golden apple, quick. Yeah, and here we got a red color. Let's turn it on too. And so I managed to find more ammo and first aid kits. And by the way, it wouldn't hurt to heal either. And here we open the green door. Let's turn it on. Let's loot the box and keep going. And yeah, look, there's 2 more boxes here. There's so much good loot. And the most interesting thing, guys, is how did this even end up under my bunker? Was it there all the time or did it generate? I don't understand. And so the green room opened for us, guys, and here we got scrap and 2 clips. And as I understand it, there's still 1 area left. I'm even afraid to imagine what this is. I don't think I can step onto these strings, but I think I'll have to jump. I don't know what'll happen if I step on them, but purely speaking, the electric apocalypse has shown that it's better to avoid these wires. So look, I found some new jacket, okay? A ranger jacket, some kind of gun. Oh, it's an electric gun, let's go! This is just awesome loot. And I think it's time to get out of here, because I think I've looted everything in this dungeon. But the surprises from the zombie apocalypse didn't end there. A new type of dungeon appeared all over the map, which is called Zambak. Well guys, today I decided to go explore our world again, in which we're surviving 10 apocalypses today. As usual, there's a lot of zombies around, and I was told in the chat that a new type of dungeon appeared here. And today I at least want to find one. There will most likely be some cool loot that I haven't seen before, and I think it'll be quite interesting. For these situations, I got some barbed wire so that the zombies would definitely not go through, and there's quite a lot of them, as usual. So let's get our barbed wire back. I see a zombie flag there. I think that's exactly the location that we need, so I'm not even gonna loot this tower and try to climb up there as quickly as possible. And by the way, look, there was one of the volcanoes nearby, which is now dead, as well as a new, pretty interesting location. So guys, there's actually a lot of zombies here. Guys, 2.5 HP, 2.5 HP, wait, 2.5 HP? How many of them are there here? He even dropped an iron ingot. That's pretty good. Okay guys, everything seems to be fine. It really is a new dungeon, and the loot here is pretty good. Look, firstly there's scrap, a pretty good amount, as well as 1 more scar, but I already have it. Okay, first aid kits guys, it's great. I can already feel that this is not just a regular location, but a collection of loot. There's also some kind of note here. When the zombie apocalypse came, we defended ourselves as best we could. Our camp must survive for some time as long as there are supplies of food and weapons. I don't think it'll last long, but we can handle it. Oh my god, there's also notes here. So what's the verdict, guys? We still need to find such locations. It's insane how much loot there's here. Locations on the map were constantly regenerated, including the loot content, so exploring these locations was really fun. Given that some apocalypses added their own dungeons, in the coming days I continue to fight zombies, looted 2 more dungeons which are called zombies, as well as some ruins and 1 level 3 location. The zombie apocalypse has come to an end, and we've survived exactly half of all apocalypses. But guys, I absolutely don't want to start over again. Like, that is, can you imagine if suddenly something happens and some mob, monster, or some kind of apocalypse suddenly kills me? I'll have to go through all of this again and spend tens more hours. So the further we play, the higher the risk. The following apocalypse had pros and cons. The plus is that the apocalypse lasted only 1 day, and the minus is that it was very destructive. A meteor shower. This is crazy, guys! Meteorites are falling just right there! What is happening? I can see them in the distance too. I would honestly say I don't care about this meteor shower, even if it greatly destroyed the map. Another question is that can it damage our bunker? And as you know, if the bunker loses all of its HP, then we instantly lose and have to start again. But look guys, I don't even know what to do to protect it. Like, yeah, we have an upgrade against meteorites, but how profitable is it to buy it? It costs a lot, and the meteor shower will end today. As a result, I didn't waste my entire supply of scrap. The meteorite hit the bunker only once, causing 18 damage out of 100, which isn't that bad. Okay, I think it's actually right that we didn't buy an upgrade, because it's better to buy an upgrade in the most critical apocalypses. But I think that it was pretty mediocre, although it changed the map quite seriously. The entire map was covered with meteorites, and a small bonus was that in each meteorite you could find some kind of ore, ranging from iron to diamond. Well, look, even though the entire map is covered in holes, the fact that you can get some ores from these meteorites is still pretty good. And by the way, I wonder where they came from. They could be Martian meteorites, maybe lunar ones, or maybe even some kind of Andromeda, I don't know. In the next day, a message appeared in chat. Today there was a solar flare, and by evening it'll reach Earth. We advise you to remove all magnetic items from your inventory in order to avoid taking damage. The temperature is also expected to rise. We advise you not to go into the sun without a visor. But will the bunker withstand it? That's the question. I don't understand how this apocalypse will affect the bunker. How will I even protect it? What? Okay, so let's check the upgrade. Will help survive a solar flare. So, wait, there's no other way to go around this upgrade? As you can see, the improvements are completely different. Only you and I in this survival choose how and what strategy to use to go through all 10 apocalypses. This is probably what I like most about this video. But look, there's no other options. I have to buy it. Purely in theory, I've already overcome the apocalypse, but this is only from the point of view of preserving the bunker. But what'll happen in the evening? We'll find out in the evening. But until the evening, I had time to relax a little, gather resources, and improve my base a bit. Well, guys, it's such a hustle. Constant dynamics, just apocalypse after apocalypse. I want to say that this is a really cool video, because there's probably no sequence here, and the economy of the game is really well thought out. And how to extract these ores, this scrap to improve all this, and in principle, you can tell me in the comments what other videos you would like to see, and in what form would you like to see more on the channel. And I think that my team will listen and will prepare survival cooler and cooler, so tell me in the comments. In the evening, a message appeared that a solar flare had reached the ground. One thing became clear, in this apocalypse you could only be under a block. You just had to go out under the sky and you'd immediately start taking damage. It's like in an anomalous desert, guys. If you stick your head out, you'll get fried. The 8th apocalypse is what I feared most. The entire map turned into a wasteland. New monsters and radiation drained the world. At that time, I didn't know how I was going to survive here, but it was definitely one of the most difficult tests in this video. So guys, this is the first monster that's coming at me right now, and I don't think this will end well. Guys, what is even going on here? Okay, calm down, one more on top. What kind of insanity is this? What's going on? We can't let them into our bunker. Guys, it's incredible. Everything turned into a complete wasteland. And now we have to survive here with these monsters. The first thing I did was put up some barbed wire because the monsters were constantly coming from above. Here guys, look, it's great. Our barbed wire does its job perfectly. Because I'm just so tired of these monsters always sneaking up on me. It's worth saying separately about radiation in this apocalypse. It is there and it affects the bunker and also affects me as a player. In order to protect the bunker, you need to buy the necessary upgrade. And in order to protect yourself, you need to have time to collect a special protection set. And if I don't do this after 3 days of the apocalypse, then the radiation will simply kill me. And I will have one more day to buy an upgrade for the bunker. So the first thing I did was explore the wasteland. Guys, I don't even know in which direction we should go today. I usually go there, but today I think I'll go this way. We'll try to find as much useful loot as possible. And first of all, we need to find something against radiation, because soon it'll start damaging us, and quite a lot. I can't believe that this world will never be the same again. That's it. No greenery, now everything will be like this until the end. And all next apocalypses that will happen, they'll happen right here. Wait, so I found an anti-rad, okay, more first aid kits, and boots. And wait, by the way, these boots protect against radiation. Nice. Our task for today, guys, is to try to collect everything that can be useful to us against radiation, because I can already hear it coming. I don't know how these animals survived, some kind of radioactive sheep and a cow. So we'll try to watch them, guys, to be aware of the mutations that can happen in this world. Here, guys, is a clear example of a mutation of some animals, so it's better not to come close to them. And yeah, look, so we have these clothes here, and my task for today is to put together a whole set, because, you know, without it, it'll be quite difficult out here. I continue to explore the wasteland, and you can't even imagine. I found another bunker. On this map, now I knew that my bunker was not the only one. Guys, look, I found some kind of bunker like this, and now we'll see what's inside. Oh, look, pants! Great, that's perfect. I have almost a complete set. All that remains is to find some kind of helmet, and that's it. And there's the note here as well. Let's read it. The nuclear apocalypse came so unexpectedly. I didn't have time. I had to quickly hide in this bunker. There are practically no supplies here. How can I even survive? I don't know. Fortunately, I had a chemical protection suit here. Maybe it'll somehow protect me from this radiation. But if he only had pants, he was out of luck, because that's not enough. Let's take these boxes. Maybe we'll put them in our house, because we definitely don't want to mine that radioactive wood right now. Having looted another dungeon, I was finally able to collect a complete armor set. Now I just had to protect the bunker. Guys, everything is not as easy as I thought. The radiation is constantly hitting the bunker. The upgrade is expensive, and the repairs too. I can only assume that maybe in a couple of days, I'll most likely die. The situation was aggravated by a huge number of monsters, which naturally became stronger and stronger with each apocalypse. So mining scrap was no longer as easy as at the beginning beginning of the video. And then there was a feeling that most likely we would lose. Purely technically and physically, it was almost impossible to get the amount of scrap that was needed. But I couldn't just give up. We had already gone through 7 apocalypses, and in some of them we were also on the brink. I had to at least give it a try. We only have one chance, guys. It's all or nothing. We don't have any other solutions. No matter what it costs me, I'm going to get there at any cost. Come on, come on, come on, let's do it. Come on, carefully. Nice, okay, I killed one monster, guys. That's great. Let's take all this experience and keep going. In these survivals, if you have no options left, you start doing everything just to survive. And at this very moment, there was no turning back. So guys, I need to get inside. There's so many of them now. I just need to get the lost boxes that might be there. Just quick, as soon as possible. I just need to grab everything as soon as I can. Okay, there's so much scrap here, guys. There's actually so much scrap. Come on, just need to grab it all. Just take it all. Come on. Okay, guys, let's just leave. We have this interesting building left. Let's immediately work out an escape plan. Okay, great. Let's take everything that can be found here. Come on, quick, quick. Let's go, guys. I got so much scrap. Now I think we might be able to survive. We were able to collect enough resources to improve our bunker and got through this apocalypse. Believe in yourself and you will succeed. All right, friends, we were able to survive this apocalypse. There's just 2 of them left. I'm really curious. I wonder what they're gonna be. The only thing, of course, is now we have absolutely no scrap to repair our bunker. But I hope that we still have time to make up for it. Before everything went well, the 9th apocalypse hit the world. Mega tsunami. The next day, it came as close as possible to our bunker. And you'll be amazed at how much HP it took away from our bunker. 3 HP left. It's just hanging on to a single thread. 3 HP. Flood, the 10th apocalypse. You survived the tsunami and now it's time for the finale. Survive here for 3 days and you've passed the survival. Oh friends, so it turns out the flood is the 10th apocalypse. The entire map was completely flooded, including our bunker. However, in these conditions we needed to continue looking for scrap to repair our bunker, because it only had 3 HP left. Okay guys, we don't have much time for this, but I'm really inspired, because I think it won't be difficult for us, and now we'll quickly collect the required amount of scrap. This time I concentrated on the garbage, which I very quickly processed at the recycling center that same day, and calmly restored the HP of our bunker. So guys, we did it. Now I think it's time to make a boat and ride around this world. This survival taught us to think in the most unusual situations. Remember how we started and where we find ourselves now. Yeah guys, the map changed completely from the first day I got here. This is an amazing video, friends. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss such cool videos in your entire life. Zeman, you survived 100 apocalypses in the world and once again proved everyone that you're a real hardcore guy. Congratulations to you from the whole team. You survived 10 apocalypses in this old bunker. By the way, I still decided to give the prize to my team, since they prepared a really awesome map that not everyone can pass. Well, Zeman was with you. See you again later. Bye bye.